Hello, good evening, and welcome to round 4 of the 2024 season of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race, the 327th ever event in this series, sponsored by World Class Lions. And tonight we're at Fern Bay Gold with a very special car, Eoin.
We certainly are, Pete. It's the SKODA 110L, or I presume 110L. So yeah, it's a real-life car for the very first time.
Yeah, properly licensed and everything.
Yeah.
I think we had some licensed cars during MRC Rallycross, but this is the most recent of those cars that have been actually licensed by the mod creator and sought permission from SKODA for this mod, which is absolutely fantastic. It's got a 1.1 litre inline-4 engine. It's rear-wheel drive. It weighs 785 kilos, and as the name suggests of the car, it has 110 brake horsepower. So thank you very much to Stucklow for putting this mod together. We look forward to seeing it in action tonight. Here is the schedule for Rony's Tuesday Fun Race Season 1. 4 rounds through the year already. I can't believe we're at the end of February. But yeah, we have 8 rounds remaining after today to the end of Season 1, which finishes in kind of midsummer. All right, so tonight's action, we are at Fern Bay Green, an absolute classic for, what are we on, 19 laps around here tonight. So yeah, Fern Bay Gold, not Fern Bay Green. I'm getting ahead of myself. And yeah, there we go. A pretty tricky track to put this car through its paces, Eoin.
Oh, 100%, yeah. I suppose from the get-go, when people were giving this SKODA its first laps, it was discovered very quickly it's prone to rolling. So the open diff means that the rear tires and all that will be operating different speeds, and the front right, I think, will cock up in the air in the first corner. So do not hit the curbs under any circumstances in turns 1, 3 and 4 or 11, for example. You cannot go near those curbs.
You've basically listed all the curbs that exist on this track, Eoin. So the message from Eoin is avoid the curbs at all cost tonight if you want to survive. Good advice, and yeah, we fully expect to see quite a few cars doing just that, rolling over and having trouble. Before we go through the qualifying results, let's take a look at the championship standings as they currently stand. It's Mantas streaking away here, Eoin.
Yeah, this is pretty much do unto Sidus what they've done unto you here at the minute. So yeah, it feels like the power dynamics have shifted towards Mantas, and he can afford to miss out. Let's say finishes third. That's no big deal to him. He's still well clear. But of course, you can't rule out the World Class Lions. They have 3 representatives there. I saw Ayub as well, pulling strong. So yeah, a lot could happen tonight, but yeah, it's Mantas's game to lose.
It is indeed. We're going to go through the qualifying standings right now and see how all the cars have lined themselves up for the start of the 19-lap race we're about to get. In this evening's action, on pole position, it's going to be the man himself, Mantas, who leads the championship, and he leads his way into round number 4, 4 tenths clear of anyone else. Rick Cardle, who's won this championship before, well, he's in P2, just ahead of Loco. Sim Broadcasts, Adam there in P4 with Ricardo for Road Appraiser, Ayub for Born to Race, 136 for Born to Race. Lots of Born to Race cars at the top of the grid here, Eoin.
Yeah, it is really exciting for the Born to Race team. I know they pretty much enter as many competitions as they can. I know they're in GT2 Challenge, for example, plenty on show there, but they're making Rony's Tuesday Fun Race their competition for the most part at the moment.
Yeah, and in the SKODA mod, we have some of the drivers have put together some really nice liveries, and the B2R team are one such team that have done that. It's nice to see them putting in the efforts to skin the mods in this championship. So there we are. Let's have a look at the second page results, because we have 34 cars who've qualified for tonight's action, and plenty of familiar names, but also names we're maybe less familiar with as well, entering into this championship. So yeah, if you do fancy joining this championship in future rounds, every single 2 weeks of the year, then please do so. It's the same time every second Tuesday, and there's also the longer format once a month on the alternating Tuesday. So yeah, Eoin, we are, I think, just about ready for all the drivers to ready up and get going for round number 4. But Mantas and Rickardle on the front row is going to be a feisty start down to the first hairpin.
Yeah, sometimes you might want to be in the middle of the track because too close to the curb, as I mentioned, you'll be prone to a roll. Too close to the gravel trap, and you'll be having to dig in deep with the rear wheel drive. So yeah, it seems like the middle path is probably the ideal one if you're stuck in a 3 wide pack, for example.
Yeah, the drivers are being asked to vote to restart in the background. We're going to have a grid in just a few moments' time. Owen, please do the honours. Take us away for the start. License mod time. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, without a doubt. The motto, race green, race clean, counts no matter what car the drivers are put behind the wheel of. So let's see how they get on this remarkable situation. SKODA 110L is ready to be put through its paces. Over 30 entrants. Let's go. Red lights are on. Decent hold, but they're away. Let's see who has the best of both worlds here. Trying to get into turn 1. Unite, for example, in the mid-pack has made a great start. We'll see if that develops into anything in Rickardle around the outside. Yeah, he's doing exactly what needed to be done. Stay away from the gravel. But now the chicane is going to be really gutsy for whoever goes first, and it is Rick into the lead.
Yeah, an absolute storm of cars going through there. Brilliant stuff to see. And this car absolutely looks the part, doesn't it? Brilliant stuff. We've got Jari Katila being spun at the exit of the first corner. He's gone all the way to the back, and it is currently Rickardle leading the field. Then it's Mantas and Loco, the Born to Race teammates. Adam stays P4 at the moment, Abe in P5, with Ricardo for Road Appraiser in P6. 136 miles per hour is a little bit ahead of Oscar from World Class Lines, and he's got Unite all over the back of him. Let's see if Unite can make a move down into the next corner. No, stays behind for now. There is a 3 wide situation behind. Mad Jester on Lorenzo there in the orange car, moving past the bright green race green car, and Thamuli there for ZFRL going through on Lorenzo as well, though.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. ZFRL, another very reliable team here every Tuesday. And Tamuli's had a strong start to his campaign. Certainly, we've been thrilled by some of his driving. But yeah, let's see how they got on into turn 11, keeping well away from the curb. Excellent first lap for Rickardle. Loco will have to back up Mantas for a little while, and Adam in 4th place. As a matter of fact, that's a great spot there. Well done to Adam.
Yeah, he's managed to keep his position as we go on board with Rayman here, who's going side by side with Mandula through the final corner, and we have a whole bunch of cars who are going to be all over each other by the time we get to turn 1 on lap 2. It's Rickardle who leads by almost a second as we go over start finish, but we've got side by side action here. Mandula on the outside with who is that on the Magic on the outside now, in a pink name for a change. That's slightly unusual as he goes wide and off the track. Rayman then squeaks ahead as we go through the first chicane. Who's that on its roof? It's Lorenzo who's going through, but who's that on his roof? That's 136 miles per hour.
Oh no,
he's gone. He's out of the race. He went through the tyres and has flipped it, and that is the first of such that we've seen, I think. The first driver coming foul of the curbs that Owen kind of warned about in the pre-show.
Well, I never mentioned that. Oh, Pedro's crashed at turn 5, I think, just the run down. Sorry, turn 6 to 7. The run down to the bridge section just got loose. I didn't warn anyone about the tyres. I would have thought that would have been elementary, but unfortunately 136 has retired as a result of a nasty blow through the tyres. So yeah, that's 1 DNF for the record books.
Riding on board with Lorenzo. Some of these camera angles where we look back at this mod, it is a brilliantly put together thing. If you have an S3 license, or if you don't even have an S3 license in LFS, go and grab one and try it out. As we've got more cars bunching up around Mandula, bad exit, Rayman through, Magic also trying to go around the outside, and he's going to do so, and Pekka Koivunen in a grey, black and yellow livery is going to try and get through as well. So Mandula losing a lot of places there, and Johnny SVK in the background has done a half spin and is recovering currently. But out onto the home straight for the 3rd time this race, and Mandula is going backwards. He's going to have to defend from Pekka Koivunen here, Owen.
Yes, he certainly does. He picks his inside line, but he's been outbraked here by Pekka. Just needs the traction to greet him on exit, and it's going to be an advantage to Koivunen here. He will have turn in, so he has taken the position. He does hit that curb heavily, thankfully not enough to cause him to retire.
Yeah, you saw the car pitching up over two wheels as it went over the curb cam there, as we've got Majesta now chasing Lorenzo, and this has been a thing that's happened every single lap pretty much since the start. Let's see if Majesta can actually get past Lorenzo on the run down to the end of the bridge here. Well, plenty of slipstream. This car punches quite a big hole in the air, but Majesta on the wrong side of Lorenzo. Lorenzo's going to have the line into the next left-hander. Oh, actually they make contact, and Majesta bouncing off the wall. We've got Magic on Mandula just behind as well, so teammates going at it. And he's through.
Some going, yeah, we'll see.
Oh no, he's not through, he's bailed, sorry. That's Sony behind.
Yeah, so Sony just sticks back for the moment. So any risk of Rony putting an attack on him later in the lap? At the moment it is single file, but yeah, it is extraordinary to have the world-class Lions and Race Green all bunched up together.
Yeah, here we go, across start finish. Wide angle for Rick Cardle as he comes across the line.
Ayoub here, just out of screen here. He's gone on the inside again, door to door. Not for the first time, but will it finally pay off for Ayoub?
Oh, Adam trying to get the switch back, and it almost worked. He might be able to get ahead here, but I think he's going to have to bail. They're not going to go side by side, surely. Adam's in there, and they've pushed each other through side by side, but Adam in the end has to yield. Ayoub there, now 3 Born to Race cars inside the top 4.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful to see. I suppose these skinny rear tyres are another factor. If you get them too hot too quickly, then you'd be at severe risk of a puncture, maybe, if it really came down to it.
Well, Adam's going to get another opportunity here. Ayoub is immediately going to defend the inside, but Adam almost goes underneath Ayoub's car. An exchange of horns. Adam goes for a big dive to the inside. Ayoub's going to have to give him a bit of an inch here because Adam's pretty desperate by the looks of it to get through, losing both of those guys a whole heap of time. But Ayoub's car was in the back of his car was in the air there.
Yeah, crazy goings on, but it's not the severe misplay. So it'll just have to be put down for the moment, and then they can fight again in a little while. But right behind, of course, Unite wants to catch up to his teammate as best he can. At the moment, Ricardo and Erska, they're forming defensive shield because they're battling each other and picking different lines. So there's nothing Unite can do.
No, Unite's actually dropped back a little bit, and Arska's going for a move on the inside of Ricardo here. He's going to have the line into turn 1 probably at this rate, but let's have a look. Ricardo in the blue and white, and Arska in the green and black. Sorry, the other way around there. We're following Ricardo in the green and black as Arska gets the job done, moves up to P6 as we get to the first chicane. And Unite now closed up to the back of Ricardo. Can he try and get through somewhere here? Oh, he's looped it.
Did he misplace a gear or something? He just suddenly pitched a spin, so yeah, he must have changed gear. Yeah, he changed gear badly, so that was an instant spin. Rayman's going to approach him. He doesn't want to back off, so Rayman is going to try. Oh yeah, he cuts a fine line, but he manages the overtake and a bit more drifting in the rally car. So yeah, it's Unite 11th place now after being in 8th.
I mean, I know it's unusual, but that is a fantastic demonstration of how difficult this car can be to drive and how good the physics are. Because, just a botched gear change and he lost the car, just like that. I mean, that's amazing. But now he's in the thick of it. He's got Magic and Rayman all over him. In fact, Rayman's managed to get through. Unite trying to get back past, and there's more contact. That's going to slow Rayman down a whole bunch. Magic's going to be boxed in. That's Majesta trying to get through again as well. And behind, we've got Mandula also wanting to get back up the field. But now it's Unite who's boxed in. Majesta hits the back of Magic.
Well, yeah, Unite really needs his momentum back here. A little bit of oversteers. Those tyres will be
Mandula.
hot. Oh, Mandula, yeah. Good spot, Pete. He's going to sink down the order. There's so many cars in that vicinity. LG Meat will be behind him next.
Oh, Majesta's gone over.
2 wheels into a big crash. He's going to cause mayhem.
Yeah, well, only a few people, well, lots of people managed to avoid, but it's who was it who got collected? It was one of the race green cars, was it?
It's Rony.
Oh, it was Rony. It was Rony who went into the side of him, but Majesta could not hold that two-wheel action through the final corner, hit the wall, rolled over, but somehow still on his wheels, but did collect Rony in the process as Unite. Sorry, not Unite. Who is it? We've got Twin Cam as well in some action now.
It's all going on here. We haven't really given the leaders their due either. They're very well matched at the moment, so we'll have to let them get on with it as the midfield are stealing the show today. Oh, a bit wide for Tullio.
Tullio,
14th, yes. He caught it just in time, so down to turns 8 and 9 coming up now. And Twin Cam, he's going to throw a pitch in here. Michael is kind of boxed in, similar to what we saw earlier on with Maciek, and Maciek slow himself.
Yeah, he spun at the previous corner. These two are going to be on him a lot. I got confused by Tullio before. I thought it was Ricardo, but it wasn't, as we've got Twin Cam still in a fight here with Michael Malik. Michael Malik, a Czech driver, actually, so he must be enjoying driving this Icon.
Yeah, lots of pride and joy for all our Czech drivers and their SKODAs. So yeah, that must be a wonderful feeling. As an Irishman, we've no actual manufacturers of our own, so I don't know how it feels. It must be great. DeLorean's
one day, as we've got Adam and Eoin still fighting. Adam in the lead at the moment, as we've missed an overtake somewhere, but these two really are going at it. Horns blaring, and there's going to be some tears at some point because they're getting caught up now by Arska, and they don't want to lose any more places to each other. Who's that going off the track? Oh, it was Ricardo. Dropped a wheel in the grass. Rony now recovering, but quite a bit of damage on his car. He's alongside Mika Sarkinen.
Yeah, loads going on here. Rony attempting his fight back, defending from LG Meese, aka Mika. Oh, he really hit that inside curb violently, but alas, the car was able to slam back down to earth and carry on as normal. But yeah, he will have a lot of cosmetic damage at that front left after taking a big hit.
Yeah, Mantas has managed to close the gap to Ricardo after this start. Eoin is also back close to Adam, so the top four is the top five is some pretty close battles going on in it. Let's stick with this one for now as Eoin tries to get back past Adam once again. Adam is going to hold the outside line, try to hold the momentum. He will have it, but using all the runoff there, Eoin. This is great stuff.
Yeah, every inch matters here, and they just will not yield.
There are no inches left.
Yeah, just the absolute, finger pinch and Eoin onto the curb.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Adam will not yield whatsoever. And Arska's got momentum. Here we go. On board with the beautiful interior and the 4-speed gearbox put through its limits now, pushing 165 kilometers per hour. Let's see what happens. Oh, the cutback here looks strong for Arska, but not strong enough.
No, Adam's lucky here, and so too is Eoin. But now they're consciously aware that there is a very fast driver that's joined in with this, and Adam is really needs to pick his battles because he is going to end up losing a ton of time. They're already 10 seconds off the lead, these two, after battling, and now they've picked up Arska to make it, a third more difficult to progress in this race. And Ricardo's looking quick too, so they really need to work together, work out who's faster, and push on. As we enter the kind of heading towards the halfway stage already. Eoin is in the slipstream. And this is going to get messy.
Yeah, he's got the inside now. Adam wants to stick with the racing line because it will come back to the Scotsman on the corner exit. The corner does tighten a little bit, but it's not too bad. And then he'll be on the inside for next corner, so he wants Eoin to dig up some of that grass and lose time. Now they're going to be neck and neck, Pete.
Yeah, they certainly are. They're still neck and neck pretty much as we follow them through the final parts of the lap.
Wide. Arska was he was very quite what was going on, and he goes around the outside for the overtake.
Yeah, Mantas has gone around, is trying to go around the outside of Rick Cardle here as well to take the lead of the race. As we switch back through the front, Rick Cardle, the number 97 on the side of his car, and the B2R logo on the side of Mantas is how we're going to spot these two apart. But as we go through the first chicane, Mantas has closed up for half a second in the previous lap to get alongside, and now he's pushing him up the hill. So it's all going off at the front.
Yeah, small lift as he doesn't want to make any lag contact. But yeah, the matter of fact is Rick took the lead on turn 1 of lap 1. Mantas wants to break that streak and get his original pole position back, and I believe stop controller will probably be a border patrol sign at some part of Europe, I believe. So yeah, Mantas wants the lead. Here he goes.
Yeah, there's nothing Rick Cardle can do to stop the onslaught of Mantas. He's been so dominant in recent weeks across a number of different series, a number of different cars. And, well, we know how quick Rick Cardle is, and Mantas is on the scene. There's some strong defending from Rick Cardle. Mantas on the grass. He's going to have to be careful to get this thing slowed down. Loses a ton of time, but this is some hard racing between a number of different drivers tonight. The gloves are off in this thing. It's turned everyone into animals.
Yeah, they're really taking as many liberties as they can with Teemu Soiniar, gentleman driver, perhaps not keen on that sort of behaviour. So he's just waiting to see if Mandula will slip up anywhere so we can get a look on the outside maybe.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the gloves are firmly on Teemu Soini's hands. They're very rarely off, so that's a good call. As we've got Ayub side by side with Asker, Adam is moved off ahead slightly, and Ayub manages to get back past Asker. And interestingly, Adam hasn't disappeared, so Adam is still causing a headache for Ayub here, as they are also coming up to back markers. That's always fun. Someone we haven't seen at all, really, on the cameras is Loco, who is driving probably the loneliest race on the grid at the moment in P3.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just pulled well clear of the wacky battles taking place below the podium. So he's just minding his own business. But we'll see Asker pushing Ayub now. He wants to... Oh, no, that was a small tap that went wrong. So I was a little late with the move over, according to Chris Meyer. So, yeah, Ayub will hold on to that position. And we have a lap traffic, a slow life. Has to get out of the way. There he is in the orange.
Asker goes wide. That's going to lose momentum as the rear end pitches round. He's going to lose a bit of time to Ayub there and allow Ayub to focus once again on the back of Adam's car. Adam will not enjoy seeing that Skoda getting larger in his rear view, as we've got Rick Cardle coming through the final corner with a rear view mirror of his own starting to fill with the shape of a born to race driver. And yeah, Mantas is hungry for another win. He's got, well, a 30-point lead in the championship so far, and he'd dearly like to extend that by the maximum amount of points he can. Mandula versus Michael, M versus M versus M, actually. We've got Magic in the back as well. In fact, we've got M, Tulio, Michael, Mandula and Magic, all four of those guys in a line. So make of that what you will. Mandula has to focus forward and backwards at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Just everything has to be processed for these drivers with the advantage to Michael at the minute in 15th. He's now defending his inside line with Mandula trying to go the long way around and then switch back. Yeah, we have to beware the identical liveries here. So this is Mandula you're watching, and Michael on the inside of the chicane. Oh, he's wobbling, getting a bit of a jump on there. He thankfully landed back on his wheels. Magic had a good run, but yeah, he's gonna just slot back in behind his teammate.
Yeah, and Soini is there as well, but decides to back off as well. As we've got Unite and Rayman side by side on the run down to the bridge, the overpass, however you want to call it. But Unite in the purple machine there on the inside, and brew.
Yeah, so Unite wants to try and get back to where he was before that missed gear that put him into an immediate spin. So yeah, he's worked his way back up, but it is still a long way to go if he's going to catch Lorenzo.
Yeah, we don't have a long way to go in the race though. 12 laps have, well, the 12th lap has begun, and Mantas can see all he needs to see of Ricciardo to try and get this race win. He has the fastest lap, but there is a 4/10 gap between the two drivers as they basically launch this car over the curbs of the first chicane. We ride on board. You'll notice that there is no right-hand wing mirror on this car if you're sat on the left. So yeah, only one wing mirror for the drivers. That's a little bit of a different way to drive. Maybe that explains why the cars are bouncing off each other during wheel-to-wheel driving, right?
Yeah, it could certainly be an explanation as to what's going on. Unfortunately, looking back, Michael lost a lot of time, so he's now in Team Usaini's radar. So yeah, the other M drivers are through for the moment. So we'll see what just Born to Race M with Mantas, of course. Let's see if he can actually win the race. Yeah, still stuck behind Ricciardo. There's just no way through at the minute.
Oh, this is a brilliant looking mod. Really enjoying the sounds and also the aesthetics of this thing as we watch from the rear view of Ricciardo back towards Mantas. There are some fights going on, but I have a feeling that Mantas is going to be in the slipstream here, so let's stick with him and see if he can get the move made. He's not been in the lead since the start line, so let's see if he can do it here.
See how he gets on with the slipstream. It's going to give him a 2 or 3 kph advantage. It's certainly growing and growing. Here we go. Braking. He's got to mind his line. He has set the fastest lap just there. It's registered as a 1:43.49, but Rick is just absolutely spot on with everything he's doing to defend. Very close to the tires. Perfect under view. Camera there. Oh! Mantas understeers, but he catches it. Extraordinary.
Oh, it is a rally car,
of course.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Rear-wheel drive, though, you'd imagine. Something.
Yeah, that was still impressive to keep that thing on the road and rejoin without making it messy. But yeah, Mantas is all over the back of Ricciardo now as they go through the trees. Apparently, there we go, and onto the back straight. And Mantas doesn't want to push Rick. Oh, but there is some contact with the wall and them with each other. And I think Mantas may have to rethink this slightly. The outside line not likely to work. Is he going to try the switchback? No, surely not. Oh no, he has, and he's alongside and ahead.
Oh, he's got it. Finally, he's got it into the final sector. We come the long
Rick's
turn
got nose
12.
inside.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, sorry, turn 10. Yeah, now Rick on the outside. He's got the opportunity to get the inside of 12. Here we are now. Oh, more contact, and Rick's, yeah, he's lost a lot of momentum there.
Yeah, risky place to put your car, especially when the driver ahead just washes out wide through no fault of their own. Unfortunate contact, and that thing, I think that is it. I don't see Ricciardo coming back from this one. The momentum is with Mantas, and he's through and into the lead as he will start lap 14. We've got a gaggle of 3 cars further back. We can give some attention to somebody else now. We've got Twin Cam on the camera here, and it looks like that car's a little bit damaged. And behind we have Mandula, who is pushing along Tullio. And Adam and Abe are back together, side by side into turn 1. Abe on the inside, Adam on the outside, and Abe looks to be through. Yeah, well, he runs quite wide. Adam may be able to go side by side with him again through the chicane. No, he backs out of it. Probably sensible.
Yeah, he had to back out there, or else he would have risked a crash similar to what we saw at the very beginning. Tullio, having lost a few places, yeah, he's trying to get Mandula here. So Mandula has actually overtaken Tullio, so let's see what happens in the next phase of the lap, with Twin Cam just ahead in the windscreen there of Tullio. So yeah, it seems like Twin Cam, yeah, with all that cosmetic damage, or his front left suspension is very badly damaged, so I'd imagine he'd have to pull over and let these guys through.
Oscar's had an incident. He had a very, very slow exit onto the bridge. I assume he had a spin or a crash, because the Mooley's just promoted himself up to P7 with a rate of knots. He absolutely flew past Oscar and has opened up the gap a lot there. And that's allowed Lorenzo also to catch back up. But at the lead, Rick Cardle almost a second now behind Mantas after Mantas took the lead on the previous lap. And at the end of this one, it's 5 to go for our championship leader, Mantas there, who has the fastest lap as well at the moment. Loco still in P3, gained a little bit through the incident that happened between our two race leaders. Then it's Ayoub in P4, Adam down to P5 with a bit of a gap now. Ricardo not able to capitalise on the battling between the two ahead of him. He's in P6. The Mooley promoted himself to P7 on this lap. Then it's Oscar who is getting reeled in by Lorenzo now, and Unite rounds out your top 10.
Yeah, great mix of drivers competing in the top 10 positions. So yeah, it's still up for grabs if there is yet more drama, as we saw between Ayoub and Adam there. Sure to be getting stuck in another 1 or 2 times before the race is done.
Yeah, the drivers go on to the back straight once again, and it looks like the gap has opened up to 1.5 seconds now. Mantas has found his rhythm and has opened up the gap quite a bit to Rick Cardle now. So Rick able to hold onto the lead for 13 laps as Tulio has rolled the car. His wheels are screaming in pain. Look, he's there's not a lot you're going to be able to do there.
No.
He's rolled it at turn 1 and is out of the race, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's game over. He won't get rescued. So yeah, just have to throw in the towel, I'm afraid. It's too much to salvage that. And yeah, Rick losing more and more time. Mad Jester versus Yari Katila. Oh, watch out. Yeah, there's no overtaking in the middle part of the downhill crest. But yeah, maybe here should be his moment to line up the pass. Let's investigate. If he wants to brake late and go around the outside, it could work.
Well, I mean, Majester's car wouldn't look out of place in a scrap heap. In that car rolled over at the final corner and is now trying to get past Yari Katila. This would be for P19 in the race. Fair play to him for still carrying on, but that car looks like it's seen better days. He is going to manage this, actually. He's got the momentum. A little touch of the grass, but he'll be well placed for the next corner if he can keep the momentum up. And there's not a lot Yari's going to be able to do here, so fair play to Manchester, sticking with it and makes that place stick. No, he's rolled it. I can't believe it.
Oh, that work. Oh, no.
Well, it looked good.
Yeah. It was the double bounce that got him because of the open diff. The tyres were probably going at different rotations. So, yeah, the big bounce made sure he went all the way over.
Oh, I was so ready to be happy for him, and it didn't go well. Oh well, there we go. Yari Katila takes P19 back as quickly as he lost it, and will set his sights on Rony. But Rony is about 10 seconds up the road, so a lot of work to do. Rony's been through the wars as well as a result of Manchester rolling it the first time we witnessed it on the stream. And well, Mantas now 2 seconds almost in the lead of Rick Cardle with 4 laps to go, 3 to go after this one.
Yeah, there's more traffic coming up for Mantas and Rick to lap. It's a 3-way battle between Vincent Adultman, aka Kid, Pedro Bior, and Boer Terrell, a brand new name to our entry list for 2024. So yeah, this is crucial for Mantas that he doesn't get impeded. And of course, the same applies to Rick when it's his turn to lap these drivers.
Yeah, 3 cars very, very close together, as you mentioned. And there goes Mantas. It's going to get pretty tricky. This is Vincent Adultman. This is one of our very own at Sim Broadcasts, Kid, who is in a fight with Pedro at the moment. But they're going to have to let Mantas through. Mantas can't afford to lose any time. He's so close to Rick Cardle.
Oh, Boer on the grass.
Oh, and Mantas on the brakes.
Yeah, this is a big distraction. Yeah. Thankfully, Boer has he's got back onto the racing surface, and he's let Rick through as well. But without a doubt, this is a loss of time for Mantas. He has been distracted a little bit.
Yeah, but Ricardo still has to get through 2 of the 3 cars as well. He'll get past 1 there quite easily. But yeah, I don't think there's enough time left in this race unless Mantas makes an error for Ricardo to gain anything more from this race. But to be fair, this is a very, very nice result so far for Born to Race. They've got 3 drivers in the top 4, and that is a very commendable achievement. Abe has fought all race long with Adam, and so far so good. 1.4 seconds the gap between those 2 now. And, well, as I mentioned before, Ricardo not really able to capitalise on the battling, as we've got Mandula and Twin Cam here, Eoin.
Yes, we have indeed, Pete. So Twin Cam still nursing that badly damaged suspension unit on the front left. So yeah, it is impressive that he's keeping up with Mandula, who he's kept his tyres nice and cool. They're in the right temperature, and Twin Cam, this is where he's going to start to struggle in the hard braking zones, and particularly going to the left. You can see he's already catching a few oversteery moments.
This car is so dynamic, it's brilliant to watch. As we lose Ricardo from P6, unfortunately timing out from the server. Sometimes happens to drivers who are connecting from South America, and the server is hosted in Europe, so it's a little bit tricky sometimes, but unfortunately they're disconnecting in the dying laps from P6 as we watch Twin Cam. Just look at the wheel as he goes through the chicane here. Look how agile this car is as it bounces over these curbs. You really have to catch it on the landing. It has a mind of its own.
Yeah, absolutely.
He runs quite wide. He's going to go through the tyres here. Well, actually that helped him out a bit, I think, but yeah, he's lost touch with Mandula now.
Yeah, he's going to have to let the tyres get clean a bit. I know, as Chris in the ear said earlier, of course it was quick through the grass because it's a rally car, but yeah, even with the dirty tyres, yeah, you're really going to be at war with your traction. Now back to Kids rear view for a moment. We have Pedro looking for any gap he can find with the penultimate lap coming up for these 2. Let's see what they can manage, having been lapped earlier on. So yeah, final lap for race leader, and these 2 trying the best they are at the end of their battle, but let's see if anything happens. And there's Steve Martin as well on his own, having he's been trying just to keep the car in the straight line. That's his objective for the day. He has managed to keep going in P23 when a lot of cars have obviously dropped out.
Yeah, I mean, at some point he wasn't going in a straight line. He was going around on his roof by the looks of it. That car looks like a demo derby car at the moment, not a rally car, but plenty of other drivers have managed to roll it as well, not just Steve. As we see Mantas now on the final lap, coming up to the final sector, and well, when he got the lead, he ran away with it, 2.5 seconds almost ahead of Rick Cardle, with an absolutely pristine car and a very nice looking livery as well. Born to Race are turning out some nice liveries at the moment, Eoin.
Absolutely, yeah. Their signature blue, black and white paint schemes are really popping on our screens this year. So yeah, excellent job. So a little bit of a showboating here. So yeah, this is all under control. Don't worry. Mantas knows what he's doing, and it's proven as long as he keeps the car safe to the chicane. Yeah, he's won it. So here we go. Mantas again, well clear of a century of points, wins again in RTF4. Who can stop him?
Yeah, who could stop him indeed? Ricardo looked like he could have a chance today, but in the end, just not enough pace in that SKODA to get it done. Close across the line by Abe and Adam again there, as we go across the line. More contact, in fact. But yeah, it's Mantas who wins ahead of Ricardo, and it's Loco in a solitary third place, it has to be said. 7 seconds behind Ricardo, but over almost 10 seconds ahead of Ayub and Adam. So Ayub gets the better of Adam today. Moody takes P6, Oscar and Lorenzo unite, And P10 goes to Pekka Koivunen, who just crossed the line. That is your top 10. Let's see if we've got any other fights to the line before we run down our order. It looks like everybody else is pretty well spread out. But yeah, what a race from Mantas in the end. It took him a while, though, and it wasn't straightforward. He had to do the hard work. Oh, as he gets sent off by his teammate. Yeah, Twin Cam always with the exuberant finishes.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, full credit, of course, to Rick for that defensive job he performed to keep Mantas at bay for so long. But once he was able to make the decisive pass, that was the ball game in favor of Mantas. He was never going to relinquish the lead a second time, and they left everyone else trailing in their wake. But very quiet but well-deserved third place for Loco. There was no drama for him whatsoever, but everyone behind had something that made them sweat.
Yeah, as we watch Hermani come across start-finish to pull the list of finishers complete. And there we are. Hermani, the final finisher. And yeah, what a race. That was brilliant. From start to finish, complete drama the whole way. And there are the results. In 33 minutes and 2 seconds, it's Mantas from Born to Race who wins and extends his championship lead over Rick Cardle. There is Mantas in the background, just making his way to Victory Lane, where we should pick him up in a few moments. Loco, we didn't see much of him, but he kept his nose clear and scores good points for himself in the Drivers' Championship standings. Then it's Abe, Adam in P5, Thamuli, Oscar, Lorenzo, Unite, and Pekka Koivunen there in P10. And there is Mantas aloft his Victory Lane. And we had Rayman in P11, Mandula in P12, Twin Cam, Michael, Magic, Timu Soini, Rony, Yari Katila, Kid, and Pedro BR round out the top 20. And on our second page, we had five more finishes. We had Burr Terrell, Tulio, Steve Martin, Hermani, Ricardo DNFing there 2 laps to go, and Kirku finishing 2 laps down in P26 with Manchester, Slow Life, LG Meese, Igor TXU, JSK, Rexane, Igor, Pedro, and 136 not finishing quite a lot of laps down. Bit of attrition there, Eoin, but overall, fantastic race and a great mod.
Yeah, it's wonderful that the mod got its time to shine here on SBTV, the 4th birthday for the channel recently, of course. So it's great to mark the occasion with one of the most unique mods we've ever had, because of course SKODA themselves have given the green light to have it licensed under its official branding. So the 110L, I keep changing the name, but yeah, it is going to be a car we'll never forget.
Yeah, I'll just show it on screen one more time. A really nicely put together mod, provided some fantastic action, not trivial at all to drive in its rally spec and at all on the road course here. A number of drivers struggling with it, so clearly a challenge, but when they're close together and fighting, oh boy, we get some great wheel-to-wheel action. So very well done. Nice to see this car in Love for Speed. Congratulations to everybody involved, and I hope to see it back soon.
Yeah, let's hope to see it again. Perhaps maybe on a rallycross event to see how it gets on off-road.
Indeed. Well, that's all we have time for this evening. If you did enjoy this event, then please feel free to join us at the next one. That will be taking place in 2 weeks' time at a track that will be decided by Rony in due course. In fact, I think we know the combination for that, and we may as well announce it if we have access to it. Let's just get hold of that, and we'll let you know. The next combination for RTFR is going to be the FXR at Blackwood Historic Reversed in 2 weeks' time on 12th of March. So FXR at Blackwood Historic, that's Blackwood Historic Reversed, so that's without the chicane in a car that hasn't been run since September 2021 in RTFR. So almost, what's that? It's over almost 2.5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. That is mad to think. probably one of my first broadcasts, if I think back, the first full year. So yeah, that is very impressive, and I can't wait to see that one come back.
Well, there we have it. That is round 4 of the 2024 season, a wrap. The 327th RTFR in the books from Fern Bay Gold. From all of us here at Sim Broadcast, we hope you have a lovely week. We have a very, very busy weekend coming up. We've got the MRC BF1 special on Saturday. We've got round 3 of NDR's GT2 Challenge on Sunday. And we've got ZFRL on Monday. So 3 broadcasts in 3 days. A busy weekend for us. So please join us for one of those, or all 3. It's up to you. And yeah, we'll see you at the next one. Thanks a lot, Eoin, and good night.
Bye now.